Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Can HBAR reach $2.50 in the next bull market? Okay, let's get into this one. So we've got here the HBAR of Wall Street, handle the Kryptonic Bull. And he's done a post here, and he's not just talking about HBAR, he's talking about numerous, but he's heavily invested into HBAR. So we've got this post here, and I thought I would address it and see what you guys think. So we've got, personally, I've chosen Hedera and I'm heavily invested in HBAR. I've searched X for a couple of days to find predictions for some of the popular coins. What do you think of these numbers for the bull run? And so we've got HBAR $2.50, XRP $9, Solana $500, Casper $1.50, Link $180, Quant $1,200, Cas $1.50, Source $1, and Algo $1.70. And so, as you can see here, we've got HBAR with $2.50, which would be absolutely incredible in my opinion if we can get that. Now, this is the thing here. I don't make price predictions on my channel simply because I'm not a chart analyst or anything like that. If I was to make a price prediction, yes, I'm making an educated guess, but it would be a guess. So I don't want to mislead my audience or anything like that. So I'm not here to make any kind of prediction. But I don't mind looking at these predictions and seeing if I think they're plausible and stuff like that, because I think that's obviously something that we can all make a judgment call on. And so $2.50, do I think it's plausible? Yeah, I do think it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen because I don't know that, and neither does this person. But I do think it's plausible. I think it's something that could happen. Definitely on the higher side, but yeah, I mean, you know, who knows? I mean, it could go higher, but I'm just saying that to me, I'd say that would be a very big increase. I would say that you'd be looking at the higher side if you're talking at that kind of price to me. But the thing I will say here, like, for example, I hold XRP and $9, again, sounds completely plausible. So it doesn't seem to me like this is just one of those predictions where they're just going for the absolute highest price possible, because to be honest with you, $9 XRP, I would hope for a bit higher than that personally. I'm not saying I'd be disappointed if it got $9, but I would expect a bit higher. So I don't think this is one of those where, you know, the guy's just put in $2.50 and he's just putting the highest that you can think of. You know, it's not like he's turned around and said $10 or something like that, which would be extreme. So yeah, I do think this is plausible. And so when I start to think about this, yeah, I start to think about, okay, what factors make me think that this could happen? Well, I see all the tokenization that's going on. You know, I see all the partnerships that HBAR have done. Like, a lot of people have said this in terms of how Hedera has weathered the bear market. It's weathered it so beautifully. It's absolutely been amazing. Like, and this is one of the things that people forget. They get so frustrated with the price action right now, but they're very much forgetting that when the bear market was really going thick and strong, Hedera and HBAR was the one token that was really managing to maintain its value. It was the one token that wasn't really like dumping hard and dropping like exponentially. So this is the thing. It's like people were really happy with Hedera and HBAR in the bear market because it was like, yeah, you know, Hedera's maintaining its value. But now, because it's not like the first one that's rallying off right now, you know, they're disappointed. And it's like, you know, you've got to take the rough with the smooth here, guys, you know. And so I say that to say that, like, it seems to me that Hedera is very stable. You know, like, it seems like the fundamentals and everything that's going on with Hedera is really keeping it strong and keeping the price in a stable way, because it is rising with the market. Let's not get that twisted. Yeah, like, Hedera and HBAR is going up in value with the rest of the market. It may not be going up as much as other coins, but it is going up. And that's what matters, because we know that it is following the market. And so it really does just come down to HBAR getting its turn, right? Because it's like, for example, right now, XRP, it hasn't had its turn. XRP isn't really driving up in value at the moment. Yeah, it's not really rallying exponentially. Like, XRP is still waiting to have its moment. And this is what happens, guys. Like, there's a lot of cryptos right now that hasn't had its real big rise. So Solana is having its moment. But what we need to see is what will happen when HBAR has its moment. And so I think back to when HBAR did have its first rally. it rallied exponentially, right? So we know it can have that. We know that it can have its big price action. So that makes me think there's no reason as to why it wouldn't have another moment where it does have its price explosion, right? And that's where my patience comes in, because I'm just like, okay, I've got to wait and see what happens. Now, look, if HBAR does have its moment and it's, quite disappointing, I'll just say, hey, yeah, it was disappointing. Does that mean I'm just going to give up on Hedera? No, not really, because when I look at the network as a whole, I think it's doing absolutely incredibly. So even if it means I have to have a bit more of a long-term mindset, I'm willing to do that, because I still think there'll be more price action to come in the long term. But I will be here and I will tell you if I think it's disappointing. I will tell you guys. But I don't think there's anything at the moment that would make me think there's any kind of problems, or that HBAR isn't going to have its time in the bull run where the price is going to, rally exponentially. I think that everything is still really in play when we look at everything that's going on. And so, a lot of people who talk about this kind of stuff, they start talking about how Hedera are basically dumping on the market when they keep bringing coins into circulation. And, look guys, I think with people like this, I understand that you're frustrated about the price, but trying to make out like it's Hedera trying to dump on the market, I mean, first and foremost, it doesn't really even make sense, because why are Hedera going to want to dump on their own token? Like, why are they going to want to destroy the credibility of their own token? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. They should want their token to thrive, because that helps Hedera as a network thrive. The more HBAR is utilized and brought, the better it is for Hedera as a network. So I don't really see why people would think that they're doing this to dump on the market. I don't think that's going to help them in any way, shape or form. So to me, we already know that when they are bringing coins into circulation, it's really to help with developers and stuff like that, because they need more coins into circulation because there's going to be more activity and stuff like that. And also, this was a planned thing. Like, it's a known thing that Hedera had planned to do this over like a 15-year timescale. And the reason why they did this is to make it a stable drip feed into the market. And that was so that they don't crash the price. It was so to make it like a stable investment. So this is the thing, like when people are talking about this kind of stuff, it kind of just makes me know that they haven't really researched that well into Hedera, because all this stuff is like common knowledge, and this is stuff that Hedera have actually spoken of in the past. So this doesn't concern me whatsoever. And in regards to like the more coins being into circulation, well, the thing that you got to think about is this. When it comes to the bull run, especially this next bull run, I think this is going to be one of the biggest bull runs we've had. And the reason why I say that is because I think more institutions will be involved now. Now, yes, the crypto market isn't fully regulated at this point, so we can't necessarily say it's going to be, 100% institutional bull run, but I do think there are going to be more institutions getting involved at this point, because crypto is obviously well more known than it's ever been. Like, it's really, really well more acknowledged now. Like, the government are talking about crypto, like, they're trying to get regulations in, it's all over the news, the media. Like, crypto is something that is here now. Like, everybody is pretty much aware of it now. Whether people get involved is a different story. However, I do think over time it will be natural, and I do think people will be using crypto even if they don't realize it, because it's that kind of thing. It's going to be like, like using a card. They might not realize it, but they might be using, for example, Drop, where they don't know it, but it's actually being facilitated through Drop, which is like a micropayment system. And they're utilizing Hedera. So I do think in the future this could be a thing where crypto is actually being used by people, but behind the scenes, so they're not even really aware of the inner goings on and all the mechanics behind what they're doing and that kind of thing. And so when I'm starting to think about it from that perspective and thinking, okay, institutions could be getting involved, that could easily make up for the extra circulating supply, right? Because the institutions have bigger money, they have bigger value that they can bring to the market. And so that's why I don't really get concerned when you talk about the circulating supply. Like, yes, it's going to have an impact, but when you're in a bull run and you've got institutions getting involved and stuff like that, and even if it's not this bull run, long-term institutions are coming. Like, you've got the Bitcoin spot ETF that's looking to get approved. You can see that institutions are starting to now look into crypto and want to get involved in crypto. So it's inevitable that is going to happen. And when you start talking about institutional money, we're talking on a whole completely different level. So that's why I'm not really concerned in that sense when it comes to like the circulating supply. So to me, everything that's there and everything that we're talking about here makes me think that this is possible. You know, this really is possible. Whether it will happen, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think HBAR at 250, that would be great. Like, I would be more than happy if it was to manage to get that. But yeah, like, even if it got to like $1, that would still be great, to be honest. But yeah, I do look at this price and I think it is plausible. So time will tell if it actually happens, but I thought this was interesting and I thought it was something that was worth just discussing because, you know, we're all here at the moment and it's looking very exciting in the market as it stands, and we're all waiting for this Bitcoin spot ETF to get approved because, you know, I think everybody's under the impression that this is what's going to kick off the next bull run, and I do personally believe that. I've said that many times on my channel. I think that will be the catalyst that really acknowledges the bull run. I think we're already in a bull run, but I just think that will be the thing that really brings it where everybody realizes it's here. Because this is the thing that people don't understand with like the market, right? With bull runs and stuff like that. A lot of people don't realize we're in a bull run until we're well into the bull run or until it's finishing. Because everything's just going up. Like, it's like at the moment, like crypto's been going off. It really has been going in a positive direction for some time now. And so people are just like excited, but no one's really sure. And so this is why I think this is the bull run activity. And then you just get something that like solidifies that question and says, yeah, this is a bull run. But at that point, it's like, it's starting to actually come to an end. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like the euphoria has been going on for a while. And this is what people don't always get with bull runs. Like, a bull run isn't like it's only going up, up, up. There are still retraces in bull runs. So you still do have prices dropping and stuff like that. It still goes up and down. But it's just that in the grand scheme of things, when you look over, for example, like a week or a month, it's rising overall, right? That's the main thing. And so when I think about that kind of perspective and I look at it from that kind of angle, that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Yeah, like we're seeing, yes, there are retraces and stuff like that, but overall the market is going up, and we've had that going for some time. So I think when this ETF comes out and gets approved, I think that's when everybody's going to go crazy for crypto. It's going to be in the mainstream media, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then in comes the institutions, in comes the retail investors getting excited and, you know, thinking about FOMO and all that kind of stuff. And that's when all the money really starts flying in. So when I think of it from that, like, yeah, I think this is completely possible. Whether it will happen, as I say, I don't know, but time will tell. But what do you guys think? HBAR to $2.50. Do you think this is possible? Do you like the sound of this? How long do you think it could take to get to this kind of price? Or do you not agree with this? Do you not think it can get to this kind of price? And if not, why not? And if not, what kind of price do you think it can get to? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.